Hey YouTube. So it's been quite a while since I've done a video. Life's kind of gotten in the way. Had to put a new roof on my house. We got some goats, and it's just been overall busy. So went down to my property. Just getting off my four-wheeler now, taking a look at some sites here. So we got a little pond here, and I don't know, right back there's a big beaver lodge. And I'm looking here, there's a trail right there running up through, and then you come down here. Looks like something's been going in and out of the water over there, and then come along here and there's a beaver dam. And a lot of this beaver dam has been freshly added. I was looking at it over the summer, so I know. So we're going to set a couple traps here. I think we'll put a muskrat trap in there as well. See what happens. So I got here yesterday. This is day one of my solo hunting camping trip, and hopefully I'll have some stuff to show you. Going to set some bear snares, do some deer hunting, do some trapping, and see what happens. Well, my solo hunting and trapping trip isn't so solo after all. Late last night, Half Step decided he was going to join me for the weekend. So here we are, having some breakfast, and knowing that he was coming, I made a bed for him. I made it so high that it acts as a table. Doubles as a table is the word I'm looking for. The winds are really high today, so we couldn't even get our propane stove to go. So unfortunately we are cooking inside the tent, which sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So there's the bed slash table, all set to go. And this morning we're having eggs, hash browns, and beaver meat. And as you heard percolating in the back, coffee. So I wanted to show you this lodge. Homeowner has a deck here by the water. This is the food plot that the beaver's building. Goes right under the deck. And then you come around to the back, and there's a lodge going right up onto the deck. And then you come over here, and you can see where he's running through here. But the most interesting part is you can see he's chewing off big chunks of trees to chew on. They're not just sticks. That log here he drug in last night. Pretty industrious fellas, or gals, whatever. We're going to set some traps here and see what we can come up with. So far we've only managed to get one beaver. It's pretty cold last night. It's going to be even colder tonight. But, you know, not too bad. We got some more traps set out today. We're going to do some deer hunting tomorrow. Obviously after we check our traps. So far so good. Well, this ends a long weekend for Half Step. We ended up with 3 beavers. No deer. We're just finding tracks now. The weather's been horrible. Not that that stops the deer, but it hasn't been helping us anyway. But it's been a good weekend. I'll be back to solo by tonight. What'd you think, Half Step?
Pretty good.
That's
I like
it?
the beavers.
Huh?
I like the beavers.
You like
beaver
the
stew.
beaver stew, yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. You want to do it again sometime?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was it too cold?
It's a little cold, but not really.
Yeah, he toughed it out pretty good. Where we're at, we've been having rain forever. So even the dead standing wood was wet. So we've been having a hard time keeping the fire going, but we've been successful so far. We'll continue on, see what happens. Well, getting ready to start another day. Half Step's gone now, so I'm back to solo hunting and trapping. Here's what we caught yesterday. Put my hand there so you get an idea of the size. So a couple nice ones there. Today, I'm working on firewood. So I wanted to show you something. You can see here that there is a ton of dead standing wood. There's an old adage that most of us live by, is if it's dead standing wood, it's dry. Well, I'm here to tell you, I learned the hard way. The amount of rain that we've had here this year, the majority of this dead standing wood is soaked. So it's been a real task to find dry wood. I have found some, and it's been dead standing, but believe it or not, it's been a real task to find it. Well, cooking up some breakfast and getting ready to make some beaver stew for tonight. Just wanted to show you the temperatures out here. No, I don't think I'm the only one that's ever dealt with this, but just to show you what's going on. I believe last night was -10 with the wind chill. It's been like that twice. And then tonight is supposed to be high winds and rain, and then tomorrow possibly changing to snow. So my dish soap is frozen, and here's my eggs. I can peel my egg, and my egg is still in one piece. Let me get this thing set up for you. Now it looks like my lens is fogging up. Hopefully that's a little better. But here we go, look at that. There's an egg. Pretty neat, eh? Anyways, I'm going to continue on. I got to cut up some beaver for breakfast and get the beaver stew started for tonight. Because if the winds and rain pick up, I may have to clean up and cook inside my tent. Here's my setup. Military style tent. I'll take you inside. I don't know if we'll be able to see because it's kind of dark inside, but I'll use my headlamp, show you what we got going. So we got one of those little wood stoves. We had to modify this. Down under here, there's a spot for ashes cleaning out. And we found that that thing caused so much smoke to get into the tent. We were waking up with headaches and stuff. So there's a draft in the front, and there's a draft in the back. I generally keep the draft in the back closed, unless I'm really having a hard time getting this thing started. And it does only burn for a couple of hours, but it's a small stove. But, you know, I find when it's cold, you got to pee more often anyway, so you're up. So, tried to get some wood built up, so that if I'm trapped in here in that storm, I'll be good to go. And then I've got my cot here. I've got this Expedition Series wood sleeping bag. Don't remember what the rating on it is. I did a review on it. It sucks. It says good down to -8. So I have this. And so far, this is the only woods product I really like. It goes in between your, it's like a secondary skin on, it goes in your sleep bag. And it's like sleeping on a cloud. So I use my heat seat for a pillow. And we got wool blanket underneath and an inflatable air mattress. Now I do find in the cold, when you lay down in that inflatable air mattress, it takes a while to warm it up, even through all those layers. But once it warms up, you stay pretty warm. So there you have it. And then when Half Step was here, we had his sacrificial altar in here. He slept on that. Yes, he went home. I didn't sacrifice him. Well, here's today's catch. 2 more beavers. So I got a busy day ahead of me. As you can see, it's starting to snow. It was supposed to rain before we got the high winds, but it started to snow. But it's a wet snow. Still better than rain. So a buddy of mine made this machete for me. He made it out of an old saw blade. Man, does it cut. Of course, it's not cut because I'm showing you, but there we go. I can cut down whole trees with this. Almost as easy as an axe. It's crazy. But it's also easier to do it this way. And when you move up to the really big stuff, you can use your machete or your saw or whatever. That's a whole lot faster. Well, looks like my day's ended. I have to forgive the camera. Sitting in a dark tent, having some fresh caught beaver stew. If you haven't tried beaver stew, you really owe it to yourself. Give it a try. It's amazing. It's pouring down rain right now. It's supposed to go down below 0 tonight. That's good stuff. Everything I was wearing today is soaked. So I'm in here now, I got the fire going. Got my wet clothes hanging. Changed into some dry clothes. Wasn't smart enough to bring any magazines or books, so I guess I contemplate life for the rest of the night. But that's all good. Everybody needs downtime too. It's been a busy week. been a blast. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to go out. I wouldn't mind trying some deer stew. Haven't had that in a while. Not too many deer moving though. I found one spot where there's a buck going back and forth. But the weather hasn't been cooperating. Can't stay out there getting soaked when it's going to go down to the minuses. Hopefully I'll have a video of a deer for you. Well, last night was a bit of an adventure. We had high winds and heavy rains. It was a wind warning. And the tent was leaking like crazy. That's why you see the tarp in behind me. Next couple of days is supposed to be minus 18 with the wind chill factor. So I made the decision to leave a few days early because I didn't pack for minus 18. It was all in the pluses and just barely above zero, barely above the zeros when I was coming, and, you know, down to zero and stuff, which was fine, but pretty much everything is soaked. So I'm going to run in my trap line today. I got my clothes in my sleeping bag with me to warm up. Once that's warmed up, I'll be making my way. If I catch anything, I'll let you know. Well, just about to head home. I'm not ready to go home, but Mother Nature has other things planned, I guess. I was packing up and I heard a god-awful tree come crashing down. Not sure where it was. If I do see it on the way out, if it's blocking the road or whatever, I'll get you a picture and show you. But as promised, if I caught anything, I was going to show you. So I caught this monster here. Don't know what he weighs yet, but I think he might be beat my personal best of 54 pounds. Here's my hand to give you a rough idea of the size of him. As you can see, he's been doing some scrapping in the past. Nice big fella to end up the trip. Anyways, if I got nothing else, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. And we'll see you next time.